Today, we're going to start the Power Hour a little differently. Rion Skills is going to bring us in. Wait, I think I hear the fax machine.
Lord have mercy.
The fax machine says JH. Who is this mysterious JH? We'll find out as the Power Hour commences. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the show. I'm Steve, along with the master of ceremonies, the urban sensation, the cigar-toting legendary Dreamwave. Now that I know this, it is Mr. C Red. Check out Dreamwave on YouTube because I just saw a pretty darn cool promo where C Red runs Marche under a bus. Never thought I'd ever see something like that, but it's cool. And we'll talk more about that later. And of course, we got the real deal, Rion Skills here. Our guest tonight is Cactus Rack, and we are going to bring wrestling and roller derby together. But apparently, Miss Rack has decided to be fashionably late because perhaps she's a little intimidated of Fish Fry Mania 1 happening July 29th. For all you kids at IPW, ring crews assembling around 2 o'clock. We're going to set up that ring right in the middle of the fish fryer. It's going to be great. Make sure you bring plenty of water. It could be hot out there. Want to get that ring put up so I can take apart the cactus at Fish Fry Mania 1. Ring crew, 2 o'clock. You know who you are. Pay your dues. Set up that ring. You.
Hey.
No, Steve.
Okay. Can we?
I think he's calling the timeout.
Can we get to the 29th? I want to talk about you, Mr. GM.
I'm talking to you.
There's something that's getting ready to happen this Friday.
You're talking about CSW in the heat of the night. Is that what you're bringing up?
Yeah. What are you thinking?
Well, I mean, you got to be a little more specific than that. What do you mean? What am I thinking?
Dude, the card is like insane.
It's a hot card. Truth be told, I'm very proud of the card. Truth also be told, you know, I'm always the last to know. Truth be told, on top of that, it's going to be a great show. Whether there are other shows in the surrounding areas, I don't care. You see, I care about Franklin Park. I don't care about the other ones. Even though, aside from our Metro Division Championship, none of our other titles will be defended. We're going to make it work because these shows don't always have to be about titles. So we'll go over this card. I want to go over this card. Big changes coming to CSW in the near future. So I'm taking things kind of in stride. The more you tightly grip something, the more it slips through your fingers. And since it's slipping anyway, I'm just leaving fate into the wind. I hope for the best. And, if it works out, great. If not, okay. So we got a great show in the heat of the night. The powers that be. As general manager, I am merely a cog that oversees the shows the night of the show. Kind of the police figure, the master of ceremonies. I kind of stir the drink the night of the shows. But there are people at CSW that I answer to. There are people at CSW that do a lot of things that I surprise even me. So today I put out my usual video. I put a video montage together of the various promotional materials. And it's the Tuesday before the show. I'm ready for rap. Let's get this thing out there. Let's get people excited about it. And then 5 minutes after I put out the little promotional video, 2 more matches added to the card. Didn't call my phone and say, hey, how about this, Mr. GM? No, they're just out of nowhere. And on Twitter, the powers that be said, we got more for you, Chief. So there's tension in the hierarchy of CSW right now because, some people just like to play God and some people work too hard for meager pittance. But that's neither here nor there. It's going to be a great show. Let's talk about that lead match, C-Red. You could see this on a Monday night, on a Wednesday night, on a Friday night. on pay-per-view on a Sunday, on Peacock, on TNT, on USA, on Lifetime, on the Nashville Network, VH1, MTV, whatever fucking channel you want to be watching at the time. You can see this match, and you would be lucky to see this match. Visiting dignitary, one of the American Wolves, the legendary Davey Richards, coming to CSW for one night only. And you know what? We put a man in his way. We put a man in his way that's not going to stand in that ring with Davey Richards and feel like Davey Richards is all that in a bag of chips. I mean, he is. He's exceptional. But I wanted to put someone in his path that's not going to give a shit. That's going to say, oh, I don't care who you are. I'm going to beat your ass and take you apart. And of course, I'm speaking of none other than the Chicago legend, the Midwest legend, hell, the United States world legend that is the Ice Pick, Vic Capri. Now, you'd pay money to see that. See, Red, you shouldn't be paying money to see anything anymore. You've seen it all, done it all, been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, bought the company, done this, done that. But you'd pay to see a match like this, wouldn't you?
I would thoroughly pay to see a match like this. Knowing Vic and actually idolizing Vic when I was just a fan of Windy
But
City.
then you said you was a baby.
No, I'm not a baby.
How old is Vic? Gonna have to cut him in half and count the rings.
Not a baby. Not a baby.
Man,
But
what you're saying is Vic's had some work done.
no, but
If Vic's 80, he's the best looking 80 I've ever seen in my life.
I remember when Vic started. So
Man, that 80-year-old is beating ass on children these days. So that's,
I was
that's
a fan of Windy City.
got the Ryan Matthews thing.
No.
Don't call timeout with your hands.
No.
Are you
no,
fax? Is we getting faxes already?
No. I'm doing notes.
You're doing notes, right?
I'm doing notes.
So I know what Vic can do, just regardless.
Davey Richards.
Of course, you've seen him on TV. I seen him when they were in Ring of Honor. I even had the pleasure at one point of sharing a locker room with Davey.
As have I. I got a chance to call his match when we worked for the company that had 3 stupid letters that ruined everything.
Yeah. So,
Many years ago.
Yeah.
Something about laughing and
Yeah. So
rioting. Common fare.
So
Isn't that right?
Yes.
I don't think this.
I mean, you were right there in the morning after. You saw you were on the bow when the iceberg was in the water.
Yeah.
Eric Bischoff and his gray hair's like, yo, you might want to turn your ship. There's an iceberg. That's big iceberg. It's right there.
No.
Max had the codes. Max is like, turn the ship. That's how the morning after ended.
That's not how it ended.
That's kind of how it ended.
No, it wasn't. But
A lot of things ended that day.
Yeah, I felt
Nothing
like,
had anything to do with Davey
I
or
felt
Vic,
like
but
Leo. I felt
funny
like
nonetheless.
Leo.
History is fun.
I felt like me and you were Leo, and we just floated to the bottom,
Sunk
But as all good things, we rise back up like the phoenix.
like a phoenix.
So you booked a match.
Yeah, I'd like to take credit. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I'm a realist.
This is going to be a fight. This is not going to be. There probably will be 1 or 2 wrestling techniques and maybe a hold here or 2. No, these 2 are coming to fight.
Red, you know what the funny part is?
No funny part. No funny part.
Here's the funny part. It
I gotta
is
work tomorrow.
12 months anniversary to Brubaker versus Capri in the Chicago street fight that ended in a flaming table. So it's a year later. And how do we follow that shit up? Davey Richards, Vic Capri. If Vic can do it once, Vic can do it twice. Hell, Vic could do it a dozen times. Vic has done it. Like I make no secret that back in the PCW days, I saw Vic Capri get thrown off a balcony through 27 tables in the last PCW show. And that man walked away.
Towels by Joe High's.
Was it 28 tables?
Give or
I
take.
forget.
So we're gonna do this, or we just?
Oh yeah, we're gonna do. I'm sorry. To Vic and Davey, burning the house down. It's gonna be great. And there's air conditioning. A lot of people were angry that the air conditioner wasn't working at the VFW last month. It wasn't even hot. It was a little warm. Air conditioning's brand new, people. Come out of the hot into the heat of the night, and we will cool you down with the hottest wrestling action in town that night. I guarantee it.
Yeah. All right.
There we go.
You're doing it again. But there's more. But wait, there's more. At least as far as I know, there's more. So we've got a great champion. A man you both know very well. Superstar, Steve Boz.
The BOZ, baby.
One of the
Feel
goats.
so good. I feel so right.
You know, I've had more than a few fans message me, and they do, despite anybody not wanting to believe it. It's true. And I'll answer them when they ask. They're like, is this Boz's last match? And I'm like, why would you say that? Boz is on a roll. Boz was tag team champions in CSW for a dog's age with TJ Steele. He's a fighting, defending Metro Division champion. He's on a roll. He's taking on all comers. He's working up at Northland now, which Nate, shout out to Nate, running a hell of a product at Northland. Got a great card coming up on the 23rd. Check out Northland. It's amazing. Boz is up there. Boz is everywhere. Boz hanging out with Chris Jericho. Boz made the list. Boz made the list. Jericho has the list. BOZ made the list. So I don't know why you would think Boz is about to check out. And then they said, but Steve, he's fighting the career killer. Is it time? Never really thought about that because I basically disregard Chris Miller every time I think about him. I've been trying to get rid of him for almost 3 calendar years, and I can't do it, which might explain why things are, the ship is coming to the shore. I can't finish what I start. But it's an interesting matchup, and to my knowledge, unless Chris Miller kills him, I don't think Boz ends his career Friday night. But I mean, I guess you really never can tell. I mean, never say never, I suppose. But it's going to be a hell of a match. It's the only title being defended that night. And, you know, as far as title matches go, Boz and Miller have had rivalry in the tag team ranks. Boz and Miller have had rivalry in the solo ranks. So this is a feud that has been going over a number of years, and it's going to reestablish itself Friday night in Franklin Park. So the Metro Division Championship on the line, Boz versus Miller. Is it Boz's last match? Only time will tell, I guess. What do you say, C-Red? Well, you didn't pick who you think is going to win, first of all. Richards or Capri?
Capri.
Rion?
You did the here's the funny part, and you went on a rant.
I did. I went on a. I'm going to do a lot of rants tonight because.
You may want to check the screen.
Oh, I see the screen. I know what I'm doing here. Wait, we're gonna let Cactus Rack is finally here, so we'll let the lovely Cactus Rack into the discussion since she is our.
She's loading up.
Do you think Capri or Davey?
Oh, Capri all day.
All right, so we've got 2 for Capri.
I'm sorry, I can't say all day. I want nobody to come.
No, because they called somebody on the WWE all day. And C-Red was about to get banned.
I don't want no problem.
C-Red got
What did I miss?
C-Red started going off, and Vince McMahon said, "We better rethink this."
I do not want
unless he's being arrested again. You know, he apparently he doesn't treat the women
Capri all the time. That's what
Cactus, turn your video on.
I love Vic Capri, but
I'm not ready.
in this match is on Davey Richards. So
she said something just now.
what did you say, Cactus?
No,
I said I'm not ready.
Cactus is not ready. She's not ready for this show. She's not ready for Fish Fry Mania 1. She's not ready.
I don't have to get ready for Fish Fry Mania because I stay ready for Fish Fry Mania.
Wow. She has no face, but that was a hotly contested
smoke.
comment. We'll get into that. We'll get into that. We'll get into that. These veterans are in for some fish. It's going to be a fishy time, as Richard
Right.
likes to say.
So
Hopefully my phone doesn't die because there's absolutely no way for me to keep it upright while it's plugged into the charger.
Yeah,
So
that's
here
Fred
we
says
go.
that a lot too. There's no way for him to keep it up.
Nope.
Oh,
Here I am.
he is.
There's
The
my
rat,
double chin.
known as
Nobody
Cactus.
looks double chin.
No, you look lovely. I mean, you're gonna get beat, but you look ugly.
I was gonna say that's awfully soft from you after the last week of attacks.
Well, I got beat by 3 children in a field, so you know what? When it comes to
I mean,
fish
you
and
started
fish frying,
hey, but
you started.
we were vindicated because Max took him to the well.
Max Holiday killed that boy. Did
So-
you see those chops?
I saw the chops, I saw the boots, I saw it all, and
I'm sad that I missed this.
Oh,
Can
I
somebody
thoroughly
link me to
sat there
this?
and watched.
there could have been 50 workhorses, and Max Holiday still would have kicked that boy's ass. And they came in, they took a few shots on Max. It didn't even look like it really phased Max all that much because they're weak.
Oh, I think I saw one of them say that Max has bricks in his boots.
It's just how hard he hits. I don't think there are any bricks. I don't think has Max
That's
ever
just
used
soup.
bricks before.
No, just
That's
Wishful
just how
thinking.
That's just soup.
So, welcome to the broadcast. The one, the only, the incomparable Cactus Rack, Chicagoland knockout extraordinaire. We're going over the CSW show Friday night, but we're going to pause on that. We'll get back to that later because you're here and we want to give you our full attention.
And I take precedent. Thank you.
Certainly take precedence. I mean, not only are you a dynamic broadcaster, caller of matches, been partners with C-Red and myself for a while now, doing excellent work. You basically have also reestablished roller derby. You've put your mark back in. You're doing it again. Had a big successful show in June. Presumably, it's going to be an even bigger success in August. Tell us a little bit about how you became Cactus Rack. We love origin stories here. And before Red shoots on you and tells you all the things he loves about you, especially your friend that he's secretly trying to have a romance with, we want to hear how Cactus Rack went from Rachel to Cactus Rack.
Okay, well, obviously it all comes back to wrestling. I grew up wanting to be a professional wrestler, and I had this goal in mind I started watching when I was 12, and it was not allowed in my house. And I used to do very sneaky things to record it.
Ooh.
Because I knew my mom didn't understand technology. So I would record it while she was watching something else. And then I would watch it when she went to work. I grew up and I was going to be a professional wrestler, but life happens. I got married, had the most beautiful, most perfect little girl in the world, Hazel Caroline.
Lovely and talented.
Who says hi, Steve?
Budding artist.
She's very but
that's me doing karate, by the way.
I saw that.
yeah, Taekwondo. She's a yellow belt decided now.
Yellow belt.
Very true.
Yellow
but then I
belt
got divorced. And I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I was doing. I was very lost, and I started watching wrestling again. And I wanted to get back into it, but I was scared because I was in my late 20s and I was a single mom, and a friend of mine told me that she was going to go try roller derby. And I was like, well, if I can't do wrestling, maybe I can do roller derby. So I went and I tried it, and it wasn't easy. It took me a couple of years to get good. But it's completely changed my life. And Cactus Rack came out of my deep, deep, deep love and respect for Mick Foley. That man is an inspiration. I have a Mick Foley shrine. I have like all of his books. I have all of his figures. There's some behind me right now. I have a framed photo of Mankind in this room. He kind of inspired Cactus Rack in the sense of, I actually maybe had a death wish when I first started. I have separated both of my shoulders. I reversed the curvature of the spine in my neck. I have a slip disc in my back that when it slips, my butt goes from this to this, and I have to go get readjusted so I can go back to this. I have sprained my ligament. I have knocked my kneecap out of place. I've had a major concussion that gave me dyslexia and all other kinds of things, but I love it and I wouldn't trade it for anything. And there's nothing like getting out there when you're having a bad day and just knocking someone the fuck out. So
Cactus Rack, I'll apologize right now. We are about to be invaded by somebody that is spreading infection throughout professional wrestling. He pops in every now and again just to torment me. And for the sake of management at Rocket Pro, I kind of have to humor this fool. But I'm trying to get him to answer my questions. Maybe you, Cactus Rack, being a broadcast journalist yourself, can help me get through to the man who suddenly looks like Jesus.
okay.
I do look like Jesus.
Saint, what are you doing here? We're interviewing Cactus Rack about roller derby. We're not talking about you or what you've done.
Why are you interrupting me when I'm talking about my favorite subject, which is myself?
I apologize. I knew you were on. I'm a big fan. I just want to join and listen.
Do you even know the name of my roller derby team?
I did. Wait and see if he.
See, this is where Damien's.
Do you know what position I play?
He's a liar.
Quarterback.
Yeah, sure. Do you know how many awards I've won?
85.
Sure.
So he's swinging for the fences. I
He's,
give him that.
he's a scoundrel.
It's just-
Hey,
He's a
I'm
keen
1 for 3.
mixer.
give him all the fences.
All right, so Damien Saint is now here, but it's not going to steal the shine of our friend Cactus Rack. Her shine will be stolen on the 29th when I do what Undertaker did to McFoley in tribute.
When is the last time you worked a fryer, Steve?
Listen, listen, I'm here being a professional. Don't get personal.
Were you a front of house
You will be
supervisor
canceled,
for one
young
of the
lady.
biggest
I will
restaurants
cancel
in
you.
the world?
I
What?
can
What's that?
see Red is about to fat shame me because he'll say I can work a fryer. I know I can see Red's eyes what he's thinking about right now. Nikki's watching. Don't say it.
Say it.
Say it. Anyway,
No
what makes
fat
you think I
shame.
can't work a fryer?
I asked when the last time you worked one was.
Someone got defensive.
Back in the, let's see, I want to say this was 2015, 16-ish. I had a function at my son's school where we had to do some work in the kitchen, and I fed a lot of people that night. So I am no stranger to the pressures of the fryer and the fish frying. And at Fish Fry Mania, your goose is cooked, and we're only cooking fish.
Okay, so your 1 night of experience to my 3 years of experience while also doing the cash and the expo, I'm not worried, Steve.
I'm going to throw you off the roof
It's not
of the
how it works.
VFW through
Can
the
you pick
fire.
me up? I don't think you can pick me up.
Right.
Look at this. I got Shawn
Not-
Michaels.
I don't think you
muscles going
can.
on.
That is not.
Hey, Rion, I got
yeah,
$100 in Cactus Rack.
That's not. Look.
What is he, a bookie?
Look.
What are you profiling
Look.
this man?
There is.
Why are you eating pizza?
No, garlic bread and lasagna. What, you hate Italians now?
I'm going back to my
The
notes.
hell is
I
going
had
on
shit to
here?
say. I'm gonna let this ship sink. I
I just want to on the bet, Rion.
had stuff to say.
All right.
I will hold on.
Yeah,
You
ask
all,
the
you
question,
all are
please.
interrupted Cactus Rack. You all are interrupting.
You did. You did.
You're
I
all
mean, if you keep interrupting me, you're just going to have me on next week.
well, you know what? We're going to, I got to deal with this. I got to deal with Jesus here real quick. I got to nail this idiot to a cross. Don't cancel me. Anyway,
You're canceled.
let's talk to Damien Saint real quick. You said you would come on this show and answer 3 questions.
Sure.
Don't stop chewing. I mean, are you going to answer the goddamn questions?
Yeah.
All right. Here's question number 1. What was going through your mind when the referee in the final match at RPW got injured and you had to come out and take over as the official in the match? What's going through Damien Saint's demented, evil mind?
You want to really answer for once, Steve?
I do. I wouldn't have asked the goddamn question if I didn't want to know the answer.
First thought that went through my mind is, what the hell is going on and why is ref Nate on the floor?
That was the first thing that went through your mind.
Yes, sir.
What was the second thing that went through your mind?
That's your second question.
That's
What was-
I'm amending the first question.
My
That's
second thought was,
part A of 1.
Part A, sub question B.
I don't like this.
okay, I'll give you that one. I'll be generous. My second thought was, when Gunnar distracted me with J-Back, I turn around. What was J-Back doing?
I was focused on don't you play that switch. Don't you dare play that switch. That's not how this is going to go tonight.
All right.
You're going to listen to these questions. I don't know what J-Beck was doing. I was calling a match. I was doing my job. What was he doing?
Who, me? I was wrestling
Okay.
a match.
Okay, let's move on to question 2. So I can get back to Fish Fry Mania. Don't play the switch.
I'm just cleaning it. I'm just cleaning it.
Are
you gonna
you,
play
Damian Saint, are you an idol? Are you a member of the Fabulous Idols? Are you an idol? Answer it. Stop chewing. Answer my question.
Have you ever watched a pack of wolves tear apart a piece of meat?
I have.
What does that have to do with being a fucking idol?
There's your answer for
This sounds like an
question
Excel
two.
argument.
Steve.
I have one final question for you. Question 3, as it were.
Who's counting, right?
Are you ever going to answer my goddamn question?
Didn't I just answer question 1 and 1A?
Why, Damian?
Oh, I said 3 questions.
Why
sir.
did you destroy Rocket Pro Wrestling? Son of a bitch.
You did that to yourself.
I did not do that to myself. He was argumentative.
Did you expect anything better from someone associated with the idols?
I'm pretty sure.
Hey.
Damian Saint. You know, Damian, you're going to come on this show one of these times, and I'm going to get my answer. You don't know it yet, but it's going to happen. Now let's get
I'll
back.
hold it on.
Let's get back to our esteemed guest, Cactus Rack. You said you're a wrestling fan. You were kind of doing it in secret. I find that very interesting. I ask this question often because I'm very interested. In order to become a wrestling fan and then bridge that into roller derby and then back into wrestling, because now you know what, you may have been a roller derby and maybe you are roller derby, but you are a damn fine commentator and you happen to be one half of one of the most impressive it couples that are running in professional wrestling right now. You, and it's no secret, Hot Rod Daddy Andy Baby. Plus you've got the princess.
Baby.
You got the princess of power, Hazel. So you've got it's the trifecta of superheroes, in my opinion. So you wanted to be a wrestler, and here you are. What was the wrestling moment when you saw it that popped you? And I don't mean this nasty. Everybody's gonna say, why would you say that to a woman?
One was thinking
Yeah, you were thinking it.
No,
C Red
I
was
was
thinking it.
not.
Anyway, what made you become a
What's
wrestler?
the moment that I knew I wanted to be a wrestler?
What was that moment? Was it when Cactus Jack got thrown off
No,
steel cage and his tooth went through his nose? Because that's a pretty important one for me.
no. Actually, we are going to go on a serious note for a minute. As you guys know, I'm very upfront about the fact that I'm mentally ill. I have a disease called body dysmorphic disorder, which is a form of obsessive compulsive disorder. I got really tall and really big real fast. And when I was about 12 years old, I was struggling because I was getting bullied a lot. And I was flipping through the channels one night, and China was on the ramp trash talking Chris Jericho, and she had the cat with her. And she just looked magnificent and powerful and strong. And that was the moment. I will never forget it. It is like in my memory forever of her standing on that ramp and just being so powerful. That was it.
I think China probably affected everybody on this show in one way or another. I was a big fan of the China before she had work done, when she had that big square jaw, and she was like one of the biggest. I mean, when she walked out, she scared some people, and I really thought that was powerful. I mean, she was feminine enough for me. I thought she was attractive even in her first incarnation, but she was so strong and fierce, and you just knew that she was going to tear somebody's arms out. And then obviously she did what she had to do, and became a Playboy cover girl, which is fine. But I was always okay with her the way she was. So you won't get any argument from me here. You possess some of those qualities, I think, when you're doing your roller skating or your roller derby. I shouldn't say that, roller derby, because you're a force to be reckoned with. Give us some of your career highlights. What are some of the things you've done in roller derby that are impressive, that will make everybody want to come see the knockouts, and then tell us when the next show is, damn it?
Okay, so let's see. So my favorite thing that I've done is that I actually trained at SCW for about a year before I received a major concussion. And so in January of 2019, I put one of my opponent had grabbed my helmet and was dragging. She had knocked me down. She was dragging me backwards, and I was like, all right, I got to get out of this. So I brought my legs up and I gave her head scissors and flipped her over me. So that was the biggest pop of the night. I backhanded slapped somebody off the track because she was irritating me. I have had, so in roller derby, your jammer, like everyone's like, where's the ball? Where's the ball? The jammer is the ball. The skater with a star on their head is the ball. If they don't have that star, we call them panties, do with that what you will. If they don't have the star panty on their head, they can't score points. So an opposing blocker had stolen my jammer's star panty and put it in her bra and thought I wasn't going to do anything. And I took her down and I knocked her over and I held her down and I took it out of her bra. I've been the sin bin queen twice, which means I've racked up the most penalties. I'm also the leading innovator of penalties, as in I make up penalties to get in trouble.
Wait.
August 20th.
I have a serious question. Was all this happening while you were rolling, like through was there a round happening while this was taking place, or were you guys on break? What happened just now with the?
This is during a jam.
During the jam itself, you were actually going, holy shit. I thought like maybe you saw them take it, went over to said side, grabbed it, and it came back. Holy shit, this happening during it. I'm sorry, I'm a fan of roller derby. That's why I'm like, I was like, what did you do? Wait, okay.
Look what I bought for the fish fry.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Cool.
What'd you buy?
Not going to tell you.
I can't even tell.
I mean,
Okay.
I know
so
you.
Real quick, our next bout is August 20th at the Homewood Auditorium. It's going to be the Punk Rock Punishers, which is my team. I will be skating under the moniker Roxy Rage that night against the Horrific Haunters, which is my former team. So I believe it's going to be an 8:00 start, 7:30 doors open. Homewood Auditorium, Rabid Brewing will be there serving beer. My daughter, Hazel, if you want to meet Hazel, will be doing concessions with a couple of her friends. So
Amazing.
come on out.
Well, I kind of have to
Support women in contact sports.
We're gonna do some fun things. How is the Homewood Auditorium? How is doing roller derby in Homewood? You've had one show there so far that I'm aware of, and how did that go for you? Were you excited about it? Were you happy with it?
Very excited about it and very happy with it. It's a bit smaller than we're used to. We started out in Markham until they flooded and had to close, and then we moved to Fleetwood. And while they're bigger, they didn't have great seating. So the Homewood Auditorium has stadium seating, which makes it easier for more people to fit in and actually see us. However, due to the nature of our track and the centrifugal force, there's a lot of wall smacking happening.
Wow. I have
A little
done
tiny.
many things in the Homewood Auditorium, and it is very close quarters when you get down on the floor. So I can visualize a lot of that happening.
But it's 5 minutes from my house, so I'm not going to complain.
Where do you live?
Crete.
Oh, so I'm familiar with Crete. For once in my life, a very short period, a couple of years, I lived right on State Street, right off of State and Exchange.
I'm a little further up Exchange.
But I had a good experience in Crete and living here in Flossmoor now. So I could literally probably jog from here to the facility and make it just before I die.
That's fair.
So about 10 seconds.
I saw that
Not
man
10 seconds.
sprint the last show.
I sprinted.
I sat him down.
I did. I recorded it. I saw that. I mean, I can only run for about 2 seconds. So
It would not surprise me if he just started running at this point. It would not surprise me.
Run where?
Anywhere. Because you will just take off wherever the fuck you feel like taking
Right.
off. That's what I've learned. If you are sitting down at any moment, you can just take off.
What
you almost made me miss Forbidden Door with your shenanigans, by the way.
What now?
You almost made me miss Forbidden Door with your shenanigans.
Well, Rion has referred to me more than once as an agent of chaos,
Agent of chaos.
and I need to make good on that moniker. It's like,
And, well, I have always been referred to as a loose cannon, so I'm not holding up my end of the deal here.
Well, speaking of loose cannons and agents of chaos, that's all coming to Richton Park Friday, July 29th. Rion, talk a little bit about the fish fry.
Nope. You get this whole thing over here for CSW.
We're going to do that.
You're going to go back to that and you're going to finish that off. And then you will come back to this other stuff. You have a whole list of stuff you have to do. I'm fine.
Let me tell you a story about this.
You are going to go back.
I'll go back to
what
it.
you started with.
All right. We'll pause. Let me tell you a little story about me going back to this.
Mm-hmm.
I've already given them the money's worth. Whatever I do from here is gratis, which is normal. I'm trying to break the normal. But all right.
So there's a bunch of stuff on that list.
But all right, Rion wants to go back. So we'll interrupt our lovely and talented co-host, the woman that is going to get pounded at the fish fry. We'll talk about that in a little bit. We'll talk about it. We left off with Miller and Boz. We have the big 6-man tag match, and C Red is kind of an expert on these things. He's done many a 6-man match because put the switch down. You aren't playing the switch. Don't make me take that shit. You aren't playing the switch. No switch for you.
Please continue. Please continue.
Damn it. You've been in many a 6-man match, 3-on-3. How do you prepare for such a match?
You have
Who
to
talking
figure
to?
out
I'm talking to C-Red.
Yeah.
The man has been, the ARC has been 3 for a long time publicly, and they've done many a thing as 3. He's a trios champion, so that's basically his thing right now.
I mean, you just figure out who you're preparing for. I mean,
all right, so
this one is
it's a little wild. It's a little wacky. We have the team of Shelly the Bombshell, the most electrifying man in Poland, Mario Pardua, and the shyster attorney, Eric Schultz. That is one team. You used to be called Team Dammit once upon a time, right?
Yeah.
I call this team Team Useless. That's how I affectionately refer to this team. They are taking on some people you know pretty well. The Dope Kings, and we were just talking before this show started about Brubaker and his partner in crime, the most dope, CJ Esparza, and they are teaming up with AEW superstar, former CSW women's champion, Sky Blue. So you've got a Bombshell, the Polish Prince, and an ambulance chaser against the King of Dreamwave, the most dope aerial assault machine, and one of the biggest up and coming superstars on the AEW roster. Who do you think's got the advantage there, C-Red?
Well, the one part you didn't acknowledge is the Dope Kings are the CSW Tag Team Champions.
They are.
So they're already a cohesive unit.
They are.
Now you bring in the fact that you bring in a AEW superstar, and she is up and coming in Sky Blue.
And she's working CSW because she's a superhero.
So Schultz, so first of all, I'm picking the Dope Kings and Blue.
Because you have brains in your head and are a rational human.
See if this pops up.
Cactus Rack, what do you think? You're a betting
I'm
woman.
going with Sky Blue.
What now?
Sky Blue.
You want Sky? You think Sky Blue and the Dope Kings are going to win?
Flinch.
She didn't. She didn't flinch. Because Cactus Rack knows. She knows.
God damn.
She knows. She knows. Yeah, I think we're all in agreement that the Dope Kings featuring Sky Blue beat up the Bombshell, the Polish Man, and the Attorney.
I think it's Sky Blue featuring the Dope Kings.
Maybe it is Sky Blue
Yeah.
featuring Dope Kings. You know, like I said, they're all friends. It's all good. We've had. What are you doing? Are you paying attention to this?
I'm doing. My ears still work. Are you fucking? You focus. While you talking shit about me, you fucking focus.
Are you talking to me?
I'm pointing to you.
You're pointing at red.
Pointing to you.
Rion, one of these
Right
days,
now.
one of these days, we're gonna leave Steve and Andy to hang out with each other.
She's gone.
And she's gone. Cactus Rack
I'm back.
left.
She's gone now.
Come back.
I'm back.
Oh, she's
Now
gone.
she's really gone.
See, you did that.
I did
You
not do that. That is
You
not
did
my
that.
fault. All right, let's move
All
on.
That shit.
Uh,
All that shit. You did that.
A couple of months ago, Jax Johnson competed against a pure wrestling match against Woods. You remember this match, right?
Yeah.
Fine match. Jax has been on a roll. Enter the debut of Mr. Carter Gray. See, Red, what say you of this match?
Difficult because Jack has been on a roll, but when you bring in a newcomer, that can throw a monkey wrench in your plans. And I see Jax has been trying to climb that ladder of success.
We all try to climb that ladder, see, Red.
But
Some of us get up on the rungs. Some of us don't even get a chance to get near the ladder.
But I think he fails.
So you think Carter Gray goes over Jax Johnson's winning streak ends this night?
Yeah,
He cannot take the heat, so he's got to get his ass out of the kitchen.
yeah, basically.
Cactus Rack, welcome back.
Sorry, when you get a FaceTime call, it cancels out anything else you're doing.
Well, we're glad you came back.
There.
Damian
Been there.
Saint apparently got a call and didn't come back because
I think-
It's all right. It's all right.
that's Damian Saint. He's Damian Saint just threw a rock through our window.
Is that your dog?
I don't like to take credit for that dog. That was not my idea.
What kind of dog is
I
that?
drove the car to Green Bay, but I was told to go there, and then there was the dog. I cannot take responsibility for that dog, but he does reside here in my home. Yes, I blame my wife for the dog.
I love dogs. Can I come over and pet your dog?
Come over and pet the- That's about the only thing the dog really enjoys. Moving on.
It's a serious question.
It felt serious.
Like, I'm not kidding. Like, Andrew sends me like dog rescue videos all day long because like that, I will just sit there and bawl my eyes out while I watch them.
Yeah, this dog. Yeah, you can have him. I'll
Okay.
bring him to your house. He's all yours. Moving along. Adam Stallion. You've heard me talk about Adam Stallion on this show, yes?
Yes, of course.
The man that's cooler than a bag of chips because he brings a bag of chips to the ring every time he comes. He's taking on the renowned and debuting Tootie Lynn. in an intergender match. Red, talk to me. You got a problem, Miss Lynn?
No, just what
You
were
got a problem, Miss
thinking?
Lynn?
Nope.
What were you thinking with this one?
Well, Adam Stallion's one of those wrestlers that I can really pretty much do anything with him. He'll go and he'll delight everybody with his effort. So it just seemed like a good fit, good matchup. I like it, and therefore there it is. Or somebody in the hierarchy liked it and said this is good. I don't know. The blinds blur for me too. I don't know. I just make the videos.
Take Tootie.
Who do you think? Do you think Tootie Lynn beats Stallion, or do you think Stallion breaks a bag of chips over her head?
I'm gonna take Tootie.
See, Red takes Tootie. What about you? Tootie or Stallion?
I think I'm going with Tootie.
That's 2 for Tootie. What about you, Cactus? Tootie or Adam Stallion?
Tootie.
The facts of life are all about Tootie. Not to be confused with Kim Fields. I too believe that Adam Stallion's in over his head, and he will not make it through his bag of chips this night.
Oh, shit.
Now we have 2 feature attractions that were added after I posted my video this morning.
You're almost done.
I'm almost done.
Almost.
It's the Bod God versus the Dad Bod. TJ Steele takes on Joey Mayberry in a classic matchup that's going to get Joey Mayberry killed.
Still.
See, Red, you think Joey Mayberry can make short work of
Still.
man built like he was made
Still.
in Olympus out of marble?
Still. Still.
How about you?
I'm just gonna say Mayberry because I think it'd be funny.
Dad Bod Demigod gets a vote. Cactus Rack.
I
Joey
gotta
Mayberry.
agree with God. God
You're going with the Demigod?
proven that being cut doesn't make you a better athlete.
I see what she did. I see.
Look at me. I am a chunky lady, and I am an athlete,
I see what you did.
and I'm good.
All right.
Fair
Well,
enough. Fair
next
enough.
month at CSW, Cactus Rack takes on TJ Steele.
Sure.
Gonna make that happen. Okay. And the final feature attraction in the heat of the night, why you should be in Franklin Park Friday night and not somewhere else.
Announce them, please.
They know.
No, they don't.
They do. They do.
We don't.
Big mood.
I don't.
Big Mood, open challenge. So Mateo Valentine and Jack Moody, affectionately referred to as Big Mood, have issued an open challenge to anybody. And today on social media, Evil Gains Evil, that would be Aaron Xavier. And since John Hudson is nestled in Florida, the Angel, that would be the version of Evil Gains Evil, kind of like Miles and Renee in a way.
That's the most ridiculous name I've ever heard.
Oh, I'm sorry, Evil Gains Evil?
I hate it.
That's where it's at. Don't
I
say
hate
it's Aaron Xavier. He will find you and do bad things.
I will say it. It's bad.
They have offered up their services. Youth Gone Wild, Matt Creed, Tom Heisman would like a shot at Big Mood. So many people would like a shot at Big Mood. I think even Miles Mercer and C Red might like a bite at the apple as they have issued this open challenge. Red, what do you think? You got plans Friday night? You want to lace up a pair of boots? You want to get silky?
We could, but why waste our time?
Wow. That was fighting words. That's kind of what Youth Gone Wild and Evil Gains Evil both said. So you guys are.
I don't know. Andy and Mateo Valentine are pretty tight. So.
And I know.
Big Mood.
I think Andy and Muggsy would be a very festive tag team, even though they're on different sides of the equator. In the balance of good and evil. I think that would be a very festive tag team. We call them the Hot Rod Daddies. I think we could make that work. The merch would be awesome. I thought you were going to give me what I wanted.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't know what I'm talking about either. All right, so that's CSW in the heat of the night. Once again, like always, I've done double the work for the great low price of nothing.
Yes, you have.
Yes, I have.
Now, what you got next?
We're moving on.
All right.
We're moving
All
on.
right.
We're moving on to Crash Tested Wrestling because Cactus Rack,
She is.
outstanding broadcaster, commentator, did great work with C-Red, carried C-Red, which I thought was charming.
Ah,
I've not too
I
many.
think C-Red carried me, frankly.
No, I was listening to that. I think you carried C-Red. I mean, whenever I do commentary with C-Red, I have to carry him as well. I seem to remember a night in November. Acid! 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 Put him on my back and carried him like it was Platoon.
First of all, don't hate because you don't understand the magnitude of that man.
I
Be
understand.
back in the ring. And on August 20th, the world will once again be able to see just why I screamed acid.
On August 20th,
August
are they
20th,
going to be at roller
I was
derby?
gonna say that's the roller
I
derby.
can't be there on August 20th.
Like we can't.
I
That's a
can't
whole
be
nother
there.
thing.
I can't be at the roller derby. Because, ladies and gentlemen,
Oh,
I'm
goodness.
going to Dreamwave.
I didn't even know C-Red was at Dreamwave, but he spun a tale that we will talk about at a later time when we're talking about the Dreamwave show. And he cut a promo railing down Marche Rocket like I never thought I would ever hear. I'm gonna play this to Marche when I see him on Friday. I'm like, Marche, what is this?
I'm pretty sure he knows.
I think maybe he
I'm pretty
forgot
sure.
because I want that infighting happening when they get inducted into the Hall of Fame on Sunday.
Agent of Chaos.
Agent of Chaos.
Agent of Chaos.
We're gonna stir that pot and see what happens. See if we can mess up that induction. Anyway, we'll talk about that in a minute.
You won't.
Crash Tested Wrestling is returning July 23rd to Hobart, Indiana. Morgan Monroe as general manager. We talked a little bit about it on the show
Well,
last week.
you talked about it. I listened.
And then Crash Tested Wrestling put it out,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody responded.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, the workhorses are butthurt.
Oh,
you-
well.
Well, when
too
you're
bad.
plowing each
Too
other in the keister, you get butthurt. That's the way that
bad.
works.
Just understand. The show is all about us, all about our reign, as we start the reign of the new Crash Tested Wrestling champion, the king of the whole show, Miles Mercer.
But what you don't know is I have deputized the real deal to be in charge while
No, you
I'm not
didn't.
there.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You better talk.
You are
Yeah,
deputized.
the hell
You
I
are
am.
the general manager.
Hey, if
You're
it's
gonna have to be like triple deputized because I won't be there either.
I was gonna say, if there's a badge, I will drop it. I have no problem dropping that badge on the table and calling it a day. I don't care. I
And
don't care.
special guest star on July 23rd, Willie Richardson coming out with those tag team belts. Rion Skills, Willie Richardson, the ARC.
She doesn't even understand what that reference is.
It's okay.
Yes, I do. I know Willie.
You know Willie.
Yeah, I've seen him.
So you know what? Since you tell her what it is, tell her what the whole thing is.
Rion Skills and Willie DeBomb Richardson are the legitimate, reigning, defending, crash tested wrestling tag team champions. Hashtag never lost.
Okay.
So much like when Brubaker came back when we were trying to strap a champion when the reboot occurred, Brubaker's like, not so fast, Marche. I'm the champ.
Mhm.
So that's what we got here.
No. See, and that's the thing.
So what's going to happen
No,
on the
it's not gonna
23rd
happen.
is
Not
Rion and Willie are going to rush the ring just like Brubaker did
Mhm.
and claim their spot
And
at the
I-
top
and
of the
I'm telling
mountain.
you, none of us are running. I'm refereeing. I will gladly throw that belt down. You are not
And
going to get me to do
it's
it.
okay because
not
it's still
okay.
part of the ARC.
It's not okay. I'm
And-
fine with not taking no
you know,
ass.
the
whooping.
ARC,
That's what will
you know-
take place. Y'all can have fun with it. I don't need it. You can do this on your own. I'm telling you that I'm not doing it. I don't give a fuck. I'm not doing it. I'm fine.
Where's the switch?
You guys can do. Oh, now you want the switch? Fuck that. I'm not doing it. You want to go ahead and do? You do it. You have fun with it. I am not doing it. I am fine.
But he's not ARC.
Let me ask you this: even if you
Can't
heard
do
this,
that.
even if you heard, Riyadh, let's defend them titles.
I would be like, here you go. Find somebody else. Thank you for playing. I'm out. I'm not doing it.
Well,
I will gladly take those belts off your hands.
I will give them to you personally.
Thank you.
I'll give them to you personally. I don't give a damn.
They're property
do
of
not
ARC.
yeah,
You're gonna have to fight me for it.
Red saying you can't do that
ARC,
because
so-
they're his.
You're gonna have to fight me for
I
it.
don't care who take them. Anyone can take them at this point. I don't give a fuck. It's not me. I'm good. I am good. That's the point I'm trying to make. I'm okay. I don't need to wrestle. I don't need to defend anything. I don't need to do anything. I'm okay. I'm good. I've taken enough ass whoopings over the years. I'm good. I'm fine being bump ref. I'm fine being somebody that you see in the back and doesn't know how to work technology. I'm fine being that dude. I'm good. I'm good.
It's always one more ass whooping though.
No, there isn't. You can avoid fights. You can avoid them
Always
all.
one more. I seek them out. So
I know. I do not. That's what I'm saying.
I am probably the most confrontational person you'll ever meet.
Well, we're gonna find that out on the 29th. We are gonna find that out.
Yep.
in
We're
just
gonna
a
find
few
out.
weeks in Richmond Park. We'll see how confrontational you really are. But back to Crash Tested Wrestling. Basically, this whole show is set up for two reasons. And people say, well, you're not going to be there, so how can you control it? The thing is, I control everything. At least there, not everywhere else, but there I do.
Mhm.
And I basically made this show for two reasons: to give Miles the respect he deserves for being a man that started as the king of the preen show and is now
Pre-show.
is now.
Pre-show.
Did I say preen?
Brain, you did.
I did pre-show, and now he is the champion after 8 years, long years.
Mhm.
Miles Mercer is finally recognized as the best.
Mhm.
Congratulations, and he will get his due that night.
Mhm.
The other reason we're doing this show, Reality Check, is some people need to have their reality checked,
Mhm.
i.e. the damn workhorses.
So I don't. I'm good.
So the workhorses are going to be in various matches that night, and they're going to get their ass kicked each and every time. I got that idiot Wade in a 4-way #1 contenders match, and whoever wins that match will fight Nick Diamond for the Chasing Destiny title.
Mhm.
Now, I didn't do that because I want the spirit of competition and everybody gets an opportunity at Tested Wrestling. That's bullshit. I wanted 3 men in that ring against Wade to whip his ass. Plain and simple. It's a good plan, right?
It is.
It's a good plan. Soften them up a little bit for the 31st. But that's neither here nor there. And then DB3, the mountain runner, the whatever he was, running up and down a mountain for cardio. He's in action too. He's going to get his ass kicked too. We got a lot of things happen, a lot of ass kickings in Hobart. And you're the general manager for the
I
night.
am not.
And you're defending your tag team
I am
titles.
not.
So come to Hobart, the return of Willie, the return of Rion, the
False
ARC
advertising.
United.
False advertisement.
Hey, I'm the general manager. I might not be there, but I know what I'm setting up.
That's
If
fine.
it doesn't happen, that's not my fault.
No, I understand.
I put out the best product I can.
and I'm telling you right now.
I got it booked.
Internet don't lie.
Willie and Rion
Not doing it.
versus players to be
I'm
named
telling you
later.
right now. I'm not doing
Might be Hot Rod Daddy, Andy, and Muggsy.
3, 5, and 10. That's what I'll be
Could
doing.
be.
Counting that. That's what I'll be doing.
So come out to Hobart on the 23rd.
And I'll be buying into the raffle. I'll be doing that.
But speaking
Also-
of CKO, if you do not want to go to Hobart on July 23rd, you could come to Rabid Brewing and see me and play with baby goats. That's all I'm saying.
See, I'd much rather play with Baby Goat.
No, but you're going to be defending your tag team
I
titles.
can't do that.
Not against Baby Goats, though.
What time is that, if you don't mind me asking?
It's all day. It's like a
Oh,
it's like,
oh,
Not Marche. Don't say it. You can't say it.
It's like
Red, you're gonna get mad. Look at
usually
Red's
like 10
eye.
or 11 whenever they close. The knockouts will be there. We'll be playing with baby goats. We'll be telling people about the bout. We'll be trying to get people to join us.
I actually prefer to do the baby goat.
Well, you're gonna I wouldn't put Willie down like that. You're gonna be defending titles with him.
I'm pretty sure you'll be okay.
All right. So also, if you don't want to see baby goats and the Chicagoland knockouts, and you don't go to Hobart, you can go to Shabance, and SCW will have their Star Spangled ass whipping. That's not the name of it. Star Spangled something.
I'll look it up.
Anyway, yeah. So look it up. That would be great. It's going to be a great show. We look forward to that. The last SCW show at the brewery was very nice. So come on out. We'll talk more about that as we get a little closer next week, to be sure. We'll talk about it. So you got a lot of opportunities on the 23rd. You can go to CTW, SCW, Baby Goats with the knockouts. You got a lot of options. Your entertainment dollar is satiated. Okay, so we did Amy and Saint. We did CSW. We've talked to Cactus Rack, but we still got a few issues with her.
Star Spangled Beatdown.
Ass whipping beatdown, same thing. You say tomato, I say grapes.
I'm just telling you what things.
This Sunday, Midwest Pro Wrestling reunion celebration, making awards for many people. Heather Reckless, Female Entertainer of the Year. Joe Alonzo, Male Entertainer of the Year. The Brothers of Construction, Tag Team of the Year. The list goes on and on. Riccolo, Ring Announcer of the Year. And I'd vote for him over myself. So I love Riccolo. He's got great hair, much better hair than me.
As it should.
Plus he dances way better than me, it's fine. I can live with that. Maybe someday, maybe not. But also, C-Red, one of his heroes, is being inducted. C-Red, talk about that.
Ed Sharkey, Lifetime Achievement Award.
Lifetime Achievement. So,
Again,
and this is open to the fans, right, Red?
Open to the fans. Open, please. If any fans in the
I'm getting my ass up early, and I'm going all the way into the city to pick up your Jerome.
Lake Zurich, Illinois. So please come out. I mean, especially if nothing else, Sharkey is the one who trained God rest their souls, Hawk and Animal, Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors. He trained Ravishing Rick Rude. He trained.
I thought he was about to do the wiggle.
He trained Medusa, and those are just some to name a few. I mean, and again, if you've ever feel Minnesota, I mean, God, they produced so many great legends. So, I mean, just for this man to finally get his roses, and again, we always say, give me my flowers before I die.
Well, you're going to get some flowers.
Getting them before he dies. So,
you're going to get some flowers too, Red.
I hope so.
We're all coming up there to see the special award go into the Soul Touches. Now, I've been on the Soul Touches train for many years. Wouldn't have missed this for all the tea in China, so I will be there. I'm bringing people. Rion's coming. So it's going to be a great time this Sunday, Lake Zurich, Midwest Pro Wrestling Reunion Celebration. Chaz Moretti was on this program talking about it last.
Shorts.
Still late. He still wants his shorts. Carmen DeSpirito, part of this thing. So, I've seen pictures from past events. It looks fabulous. I can't wait to be a part of it. Some people like us, like me specifically, are just happy to be there. Be a part of it. It's going to be fun. And C-Red gets his due, and I get to induct the touches. And I'm very excited to do it. Got some very fun things to say before they come up and do what they do best. I'm even bringing my music so we can do the Soldier Boy thing so Red can dance. We're doing the whole thing, Red. We're doing it all. And I'm going to put the slip and slide on the stage. So if we get lucky, maybe you'll slide down it like back in Philly.
There's no stage, sir. There's no stage.
We're going to make a stage just for you, Red. No. Anyway, that's this Sunday. IPW returns to Richmond Park on July 31st. And we found out today that the hosts are none other than 2/3 of the Trios champion, collectively known as the ARC, Renee Van Peebles, and Miles Mercer, the Kang, hosting the show. How you feel, Red? You were hosting last week. it's basically like IPW needs to be carried by the ARC.
I don't think it needs to be carried by the
No?
ARC, but I think, I think Renee and Miles will do well.
I hope they don't get heckled.
Well, I mean,
Oh, that would be a shame.
I mean, once the tickets are purchased, I mean, I just sit there. But it's a pretty good seat.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
It's a
You
pretty-
don't just sit there.
It's a pretty good seat.
Goddamn lie.
It's not a goddamn lie.
Goddamn lie. You
but
don't just
I will put it this way: the crowd and the fans that come out to IPW are very animated and very vocal. So
Cactus Rack loves those kids.
I do.
I
She
hope,
wants to take them all home.
It is
I
grown.
hope
do.
Miles and Renee have something worthwhile to say.
And those kids don't like them.
Otherwise, this can go bad very quickly. And I can see IPW management telling me, go out there.
Go get your boy. You never heard that before in your
Go
life.
save it. And
Said that about
and
15 different shows
so
as we head to
so
100.
can I be honest for a minute? Can I break the fourth wall?
Isn't that kind of what we do here?
Yeah, we really do.
Talking to each other.
We
talking
got-
to a screen.
We got
What do you-
sledgehammers.
Me being in that building every month means more and more to me. By me being a veteran, it's most people's it's an honor to be here. Okay, you're saying that because you're just happy because you got booked.
Mhm.
For me, it's different because I get to feel the pride of knowing I am one of them, and that
Rock
I
their
get to
hat.
and I
Right,
get
rock
to
their hat.
represent the veterans in a way that most people don't. So when they get to see me go out there and smack somebody around,
Beat Sean
or
Danger with an inch of his life. Make the
Or-
boy pass out.
go save you from a beat down.
Well, I appreciate that. I do.
I'm tearing up here, Rudd.
It's the feedback that I get from those veterans, that makes it all worthwhile, especially after the show. A couple of months ago, one of the veterans asked me, and he was like, "Dude, how old are you?" And I've never
37.
kept that a
Pretty sure he
secret.
said 37. He said 37.
And he was like, I was
I
like,
thought Red was 34.
I wish. And I'm like, I'm 50. And he was like,
He's a
"You're
child.
50 and you're in there doing that?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he was like, "My man, yeah, all right." And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, that's why when Cactus Rack said, she thought after 20 something, it's too late to get into wrestling.
Oh.
If you look, when you watch this back, look at my face, because I go, I didn't start till I was 30.
I started at 43.
I started at 30, and it's no secret that, again, I constantly talk about training with Marche, and I wait till Throwback Thursday.
Don't make me play that
Oh,
promo.
I've got a
Don't
picture.
make me play it.
I've got a picture of Marche that I'm putting up on Throwback Thursday. Trust me. That was the Marche when I broke into business, and
I swear
to
there are
know
some
that
pictures
I've
of
got to
Mike
try to
Taylor
hang with
young,
18,
looks like Bud from the Cosby Show.
18-year-olds and 19-year-olds, and I'm like, this
Small.
ain't gonna end good. But 20 years later, here I am, and I'm still acting like I'm 19. But that building is special to me, and those people mean a lot to me. That's why not only will I be there, of course, on the 31st, but I'll also be there on the 29th.
Oh, the 29th.
There's segue.
Woo!
There's segue.
Fish Fry Mania 1 IPW
Well,
presents.
hold your horses, because in the same vein that it means a lot to you, it means a lot to me, because my dad was a vet and he passed away 2 years ago. And I remember like my dad was a really social guy and like he just really, really, really always wanted to make a VFW fish fry. And he died of Parkinson's disease. And by the time he died, he couldn't even leave the house. And like every time I see a fish fry like at a VFW hall, I think of my dad. And so when I heard there was going to be one, I was like, right away, gonna volunteer. I want to be there. So
That is awesome.
Very much so.
Yeah,
Very much
you know, we have a lot of great moments on this show, and that one is extraordinary. It's a shame that I have to kill you.
He doesn't mean that. He doesn't mean, he doesn't. He just, you know, I can't even.
you can't kill me if I kneecap you first.
Is that true?
I don't know. I've never tried to kill anybody, so I don't know.
So on Friday, the 29th at the Fish Fry, we are going to do this thing. And I challenged right here on this show. We cut a promo after the show was over, and I called out Cactus Rack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you called me a harlot. I mean,
Isn't that a great word?
no.
I was appealing to your vintage nature.
Hold on. So,
Are you looking up harlot?
no.
Oh, you're gonna play the video? So we called her out. I called her out.
You called it out. I didn't say shit.
And-
I didn't say a word.
Cactus Rack responded quickly, accepting the challenge. So
fast.
you come out. See Red is gonna be
I'm always looking for confrontation.
Oh,
I'm ready.
Oh my god, it was so fast.
Rion is going to be there. Many IPW superstars are going to be there. I'm going to be there. Cactus Rack's going to be there. And there will be a match, a fish fry fricassee match. That's me. You're going to play that whole 3-minute thing?
We're here to talk about IPW and the big fish fry on July. No one can see that. No one can see that. It's July 29th. It's a Friday night. It's in Richmond Park. Tell them the address.
22341 Governors Highway, Richmond Park, Illinois.
That's not a great read. We're here to cut a promo so everybody that loves IPW wrestling that happens every last Sunday of the month.
What'd you do?
I didn't do anything.
You broke it.
I didn't break it.
See?
You're having a problem with your technology.
I told you.
It's not my
Technology
problem.
challenge.
You cut me off. That's the
fine.
only thing that can stop me is technology.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Agent
you
of
get,
Chaos.
You get the point. He did this something.
And then
In Richmond Park.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
We are taking over the fish fry.
we are.
We are taking over
And now it's
the fish fry. We're gonna fry some fish.
we are.
And I'm taking on Cactus Rack.
I am.
That harlot. That scoundrel.
She's a scoundrel.
First ever IPW
I am a scout.
fish fry fricassee match. And I am gonna fricassee the cactus one. So if you want some great fish, if you
I think it's fricassee.
Time and again.
support the veterans, then come out.
I'm working.
Nobody can
I'm
see it.
working it. I'm working it. I'm working the shit.
To Richmond Park, to the VFW for the fish fry, and you will see the new sensation. Steve, that's me.
You go all over the place, Steve.
You
Taking on
It just does what it wants to do. Agent of Chaos, even in digital form. Even in digital form, it's fucking Agent of Chaos. I don't even care no more. I don't care. You heard him. You heard what he said.
I heard him.
but the great part was the response. She didn't even say 5 words. She just said, "Yeah, I'll kick your."
Oh, he's back. He just does what he wants to do.
IPW.
Hey, but isn't that like the real Steve?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna help out.
We're gonna help out with the violence. That's what I said. What about the response? Oh, there she is.
I'm here to let you know that you need to be at the VFW Hall Post 311 in Richmond Park on July 29th for Fish Fry Mania 1 so that you can see what happens to Steve Aird when his mouth is writing checks and his ass can't cash.
See, that one worked. I don't know why yours didn't work. I don't understand why you couldn't get yours. to
It's
work.
okay. She may have won this battle, but she's not going to win the fish.
I
fry.
will always win the battle of words. I will
All right.
always
So
win.
we're going to get there. We're going to have the fish fry. We're going to cook that fish. I'm going to show Cactus Rack how to work the fryer, and then I'm going to beat her down with the fryer and become the first ever
Steve.
fish fry fricassee champion.
Of
Steve,
all
I gotta
time.
ask. Do you know how to clean out a fryer?
You'll have to wait and find out.
Don't like that.
Can
You
plug-
won't be
I know.
asking that question
Do
when
you
I'm
plug
done.
The
10
answer
gallons of
should be
hot
yes.
oil to be dumped?
Listen, this is a family show. Don't be talking to me about hot oil and what you do. I don't want to hear about that.
What is happening? right now?
She's the one that she's being
I think
inappropriate.
he's projecting because he's scared.
There's no fear. There's no fear.
Okay.
Fish fry, the vets, Richmond Park, Friday the 29th. It's on.
Yeah.
And she's
Fine.
done. She's not going
I'm
to make
sure.
it.
Take
to-
a fork in,
Lord.
I'm done.
You're not going to make it till August 20th. You're not going to make it to the roller derby. You're going to be fish fried out.
Make sure you wear your no slip shoes, okay?
I'm not going to wear, I've got a special surprise with my footwear that I'll be wearing to the fish fry fricassee match.
Okay.
It's going to be fun. So
Not-
Sure.
if you like IPW wrestling, which will be Sunday, come out and have some great fish and watch what happens
When Steve gets ass kicked.
Why does everybody disrespect me on this show?
You started.
I didn't
See?
start it. I didn't
You called
start
me
it.
a harlot and you expect me to play nice?
You are a
Are you
harlot.
crazy?
You started.
I
the
didn't
whole
start anything.
thing.
I was just trying to help the veterans and the fish. I was trying to, she's gone. Oh, now she's back. See, she got scared and then she came back.
No, you're breaking my battery because you won't stop talking.
Well, that's fair. All right. Cactus Rack. You say that you're going to win. I say
Yeah.
you're not. I'm so sure that I'm going to win this match that I
Mhm.
want to make you a little wager.
Just
Okay.
try to jump in on this.
No, you put the switch down.
I just
You put the switch
I
down.
get-
I put it down. I'm still playing.
If you win,
Mhm.
then I am going to bestow upon you something that I think is extraordinary.
What?
I will bestow an invitation for you weekly to become a member in full-time standing of the Power Hour.
What?
Oh, so you will wager that you will offer for me to grace you with my presence.
Yeah, well, I'm giving you an opportunity to be on one of the most watched wrestling podcasts. That's
Okay.
free
And
ever.
That's free.
and I, with all the name calling, what exactly? How do we determine a winner?
Well, I mean, it's a pinfall.
That's not.
Pinfall.
You
that's
you
Okay.
pin me,
how
you
it
you
works,
pin me, I
Steve.
pin you. The fish
Steve,
fry
That is
fricassee.
definitely not how fish fries work.
Well, this is how this fish fry is going to work.
we
so
will be
if
kicked
you-
out of the place,
If you pin
if you
me
start pinning people
one,
at fish fries,
2, 3, I will have to go home that night and make new graphics and advertise you as a feature player
how
on
do
this
we
show.
explain why you are on the ground?
But
I accept. But what?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Please,
If I beat you, I want a spot August 20th
just
on
saying
your
stuff. You're
roller
just-
derby team.
You're just saying stuff.
No,
You
I'm
want-
not. I deserve, I want a roller derby. I love
You want to
roller-
skate?
Huh?
You want to skate?
I want in.
Okay.
If I have to wear a wig, I will do it.
You don't have to. We welcome all.
So that's the stakes. So I know you might want to back out now.
She already accepted. She already accepted the challenge.
All right. So if Cactus Rack wins, it is now C Red's Power Hour with Cactus Rack and Steve in 7K Rion Vision. But if she loses August 20th, I'm going to put my
Okay.
skates on and I'm going to shock the world
Do you own any skates?
as only I can. I guess you'll find out.
Okay. I guess I will.
Cactus. Is it a deal?
It's a deal.
Yeah, you gotta shake on it. You
We
gotta.
gotta like spit in our palms and shake. There you go.
Ah, get that stuff off me. Man, I can practically smell Andy.
Wrestling is weird.
Oh.
That's really weird.
All right, Cactus Rack. Any final words you'd like to share with
How
us?
you give her final words when I have?
I want to hear what she has to
He
say.
hasn't even done the shoot from the.
Oh, that's
from
right.
the
That's right.
Hart
I'm sorry.
deal. He hadn't even done his thing.
See Red.
You just doing
Yeah.
whatever the fuck you want to do today.
Agent of Chaos. See Red, go ahead and shoot from the heart.
Cactus. So, when I first met you, you are a very beautiful woman. So, but then to get to know you and your personality, that makes you more beautiful than anything.
You right?
Put the switch down.
I can fucking hear. I just said you right.
I can't hear.
I can't hear either over Tetris.
Pretty sure you can.
So, I love spending any amount of time just being around you. The last time we were able to commentate, and no pun against Steve, but we had a ball together.
She carried you.
No, we carried each other.
Well, that may be good.
Now, honestly, please don't take this the wrong way. So when they said your name was Cactus Rack, and I seen you, I thought it was because of something else that's
It was.
in this region.
That's the implication, yes.
How you got the name. I wasn't sure about the cactus part.
It made sense to me.
It's because I have a prickly personality.
But now it all makes sense. Your love of Mick Foley. And that's cool. I also love China. I used to have, I don't know if anybody remembers, one of her very first photo shoots was her in the woods with machine guns and all kind of stuff. And I was adamant I had that poster on my wall. I didn't care about the jaw and all of that and how manly she looked. I thought she was sexy as hell. Even to the day she died. So Joni, rest in peace. I miss you.
Yeah.
Um,
It's one to her.
but you are a beautiful person inside and outside. Don't let anybody steal your joy. So if you want to continue and kick everybody's ass while skating, do that. I do hate that you were training and then you stopped, because I would have loved to see you in the wrestling ring. I think you would have been dominant. You would have been fierce.
Show up on the 29th.
I even think hell, I think Renee would have been terrified to face you. You know, and I'd have paid money to see that.
Good.
and I'm with her. So
Yeah.
But keep doing what you're doing. You have a beautiful daughter who admires and looks up to you, and she loves you. We already know how Andy feels.
Everything's okay. We got it. We're good.
I don't know. I don't know if it's between you or, you know, the damn denim jackets. I'm trying to figure it out. You know, which one he loves more. You know.
I think it's the fringe.
It's the fringe. Oh, okay.
The man was destined to be a champion, and so it is said, so shall it be done.
But sweetie, keep being yourself.
Thank you.
We are here, and I don't care what Steve says, what challenge Steve lays out. Again, it's C-Red's Power Hour, and I'll tell you what, you are more than welcome to come join us every week here live on.
She's got to win first.
Thank you.
Give no free rides on this show.
2 times tonight, C-Red. 2 times.
What?
You've made me cry 2 times.
Well, I'm not trying to make you cry, but again,
Good tears.
when I meet somebody and I can tell that they are a genuine person, and you can feel it. You know,
Can you feel it?
Focus.
I know who you are. So just like I said, just being around you and getting that energy from you. And again, you don't get, just like we all have bad days. So there have been many a days where I walk in that building and I'm not feeling it. And then you, hey, C Red, come sit next to me. Hey, let's talk about this. You know what? That makes it all better. We can sit there and talk through the show and talk bullshit and just enjoy ourselves. And I don't have to worry about Steve saying some off the wall shit like he does on this show that, you know, is a honest and genuine reaction to what is going on in the ring. And it is just a pleasure. Plus, I get to sit next to a beautiful woman. So, I mean, I do not complain. You know, would I rather sit next to you or sit next to that face right there?
Sorry to you. Sorry to you.
No, I'd rather sit next to you. So,
Thank you.
I mean, keep being you. Know you are loved, and know you are loved here on the Power Hour.
Thank you. That really meant a lot. And I just want you to know that I have been putting serious thought into training as a wrestler again.
Ooh, well, hey, we're here, and I mean, we'll back you, and I mean, shit. Sorry, Renee.
I don't want her to beat me up.
Infighting in the ARC. We saw it at the last IPW show as she chastised Red as she left. But we'll see what happens as time goes by. The 29th, notwithstanding, Cactus Rack is one of the most entertaining people that we know. And it's when I saw her at the first crash tested show that I came back to, I made it a point on commentary to make it a big deal that she was in the audience, because I know that that's an important thing. And, whether, the budding relationship she has with Andy, I just thought it was cool that she was there. We followed her career for quite a while, and, she's been very entertaining for a very long time. So if you do beat me and come on this show, I won't feel too bad about it. It means I get to talk less, which the fans will probably love. But, like I said, that's a big if, and we'll see what happens. But you are loved.
Well, I'm going to be here whether I win, which I will, or not. So
I did not. That's not the rule. I said.
Look at me all you want.
What did you do?
I didn't do.
What did you do?
I was playing.
it's called C-Red Power Hour. C-Red's Power Hour.
Tell them again, Cactus. Please.
It's C-Red's Power Hour.
It's that. Yeah, I regret the day that I didn't. Anyway, this has been the Power Hour, C-Red's Power Hour, and we appreciate Cactus Rack being on this show tonight. It's extraordinary, and we love what you do at Crash Test at IPW. We love what you do in Homewood with the knockouts, and we look forward to you entertaining us for a long time to come. It's fantastic. So we appreciate you, and we will see you at the Fish Fry Fricassee on the 29th. Next Tuesday on this show, we will recap what happened at CSW, and I've got some bad news that I'd like to share with you right now. Our guests plural next week. Unfortunately, I had to honor a obligation that I made to the powers that be at Rocket Pro Wrestling. Our guests next week on the Power Hour will be the Fabulous Idols. So my suggestion is take a week off. Don't watch this show. I'd very much like it to be the lowest rated show in our history. I have no time for any of these asshats and fools. I intend on making their lives as miserable as I can in September in Joliet. I'm playing the Switch next week because I don't want to talk to any of them.
Sure, the lowest rated one is IPW. I'm pretty sure.
What?
What?
Anyways,
IPW is not the lowest. Actually, so here's the funny part.
I can't have another shot. My stomach linings are already.
Good. Good.
Good. So I'm
If I do that again,
one.
Cactus Rack might really beat me.
So the funny part. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, let me
Flash
just say,
Harris is not really a human being.
Flash Harris is an awesome human being.
We have no idea who he is.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me just stop and pause for a second. To everybody that takes the time, whether you just listen to this podcast, whether you watch this podcast, we are grateful and we are humbled and we thank you. We understand that guess what? You didn't have to, you don't have to watch this, you don't have to listen to this, but you do. So we hope that each and every week that me, Steve, Rion, Cactus, whoever our guests are at that time, that we bring some form of entertainment and joy into your life. And we thank you because our numbers have went up and it is because you guys are so awesome. Thank you so much. Please share. I've got a student and that's his whole thing. Click like, subscribe, share. No. So if you can, that's fine. But thank you. I finally just wanted to tell the people that watch this, thank you.
I agree with everything Red just said, except next week, don't click like or even watch. Just pretend we're not even on next week. Nobody needs to see that shit show. That's just my opinion. I might not even be here next week.
Well, that would be weird.
You'll be in my house by yourself.
That would be weird.
That's your dog.
We're going to get Cactus Rack, my dog. No problem there. Cactus, thank you so much for taking time. I know you had a rough day. I know big
Ain't
hot
this
rod.
99?
Next week is episode 99.
Oh, okay. All right.
So we're getting close to 100.
So how does that work?
Well, I'm going to figure it out. Logistically, I have to figure out a way we can do it on a Sunday. So I'm working on it. Maybe we'll do the Power Hour 100 at IPW.
I mean, I can talk to somebody to get that done.
Maybe we'll do it after the show on Sunday. We'll have a special full-length Power Hour celebrating our 100th episode. We'll see.
It's too chaotic. It's too chaotic.
Nah, but we like chaos. I'm an agent of
I
one.
don't.
I do.
I'm an old lady. I need to know when I'm going home and going to bed.
We'll talk. We'll talk. We'll see what happens. Anyways, thanks to Cactus Rack. Thanks to Damian Saint. Actually, no thanks to Damian Saint. He was useless as usual. Maybe one day he'll answer the question, but it wasn't today. Thanks to Rion Skills, the real deal. Look forward to him and Willie Richardson defending those tag team titles July 23rd in Hobart, Indiana.
You need a dick, sir. I'm not going to go ahead and do that. Not doing it. Not doing it. Thank you, but no thank you. I'm dead serious.
That might be the first time that anybody has told me to eat a dick on this show.
I'm not doing
Historic.
it.
Historic.
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 Will not happen.
On behalf
will not happen.
Of the Urban Sensations T-Red, the real deal Rion Skills, the almighty Cactus Rack, I'm Steve. We will see you next time on the Power Hour. And don't miss Fish Fry Mania 1. Cactus goes down.
Hey, Cactus, tell Megatron I say hi.
I will.
That is messed up.
Good night, everybody.
That is messed up.